that, all the ordering of those items. My job was also to handle everything out, which is now Ford Thunder Alley. I had to book all the DJs, the bands. I had to work with sponsorship, with placements of the different tents and things out there, getting people parking. There's a lot of logistics that go into that. So not only were we doing that, now this is again 2006, but we were way ahead of our time in the social media world, because right back then it was kind of more MySpace. Like Facebook was just Facebook was just kind of becoming a thing. It was more about MySpace back then, but we were shooting viral videos. And again, this is before like the world that we live in now, again, going back to 2005, 2006 era. We shot some viral videos. One of which was a video of Thunderbug in this big inflatable costume, which you can actually still go to this day. If you go to YouTube right now and look up mascot terrorizes spring breakers, that video will populate. It's close to 1 million views of us just going out to Clearwater Beach with Thunderbug in this inflatable costume and just messing with spring breakers. It was literally like a minute-long video. We just chopped it up and put it on YouTube. It didn't say this is the Lightning marketing department. It's just some random people following this mascot around the beach, messing with people, right? So we put it out there. And sure enough, it gets traction and starts getting like views, and people are sharing it. And we end up getting an inquiry from E! Entertainment Television. And they were like, are you the guys responsible for making this video? And at first we thought we were going to be in trouble. It was just me and my buddy Bobby who had made this video and put it up online. And so we were like, what's going on? How did they find us? And come to find out, they're like, well, this is E! Entertainment Television, and we do a special called Wildest Spring Break Moments. And we want to utilize this video for our E! Entertainment special. And in order for us to use your content, we have to pay you. Ooh. And so we're like, holy crap. So we went back to Mark. We're like, dude, like they want to pay us to use this video. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yes. And so we ended up making a lightning money off this viral video from E! Entertainment Television so they could use this promo clip. And again, the power of social media way back then, it was crazy. We were also instrumental. We created the Scene Stamkos campaign. And again, this was in 2008 when Stammer, nobody knew who this kid was, coming from the Sarnia Sting here, #1 draft pick. And we had to make our fans in Tampa Bay aware of who was this Stamkos kid. And so we came up with that whole Scene Stamkos campaign, which, you know, they re-brought back this season with this 1000th game. And that whole celebration was really cool to see them bring it back. But
the t-shirts were perfect.
They were amazing. Perfect. So the whole point of that Scene Stamkos campaign was for us to raise awareness about this kid that nobody knew about in Tampa. And the whole Dr. Seuss font. I mean, we literally had stickers and t-shirts and wristbands, and people could email us from all over the world that they wanted a sticker. And we would mail stickers out all over the world, and people would put these stickers in their cities. And so the website that we created, scenestamkos.com, were people submitting their photos from all over the globe about Stammer. And so it was just an information hub, but it was really cool to see people representing all over. It was amazing. I don't think any other draft pick in any sport had a campaign built like that around the hype of them. It was it was a remarkable thing to be a part of. So that's how I got my start in the marketing department with the Lightning in 06. That went to 09. I started hosting in 07. It was just by chance that one night there was 2 hosts back then. The Lightning had this gentleman named Todd and Jenny Dean, who actually worked in radio here for Tampa forever. She went to Bay News 9. But back then in 07, on this particular game night, Todd was out of town, like for something, and she had a family emergency literally 2 hours before puck drop. And so if you know anything about game presentation, like the show is like, it's scripted, everything is to a T, you have rehearsals, like everything's ready to roll. And then imagine finding out your host has an emergency, they have to leave immediately. So now you're stuck, and we have nobody to do this. Like, it's a big deal. So I hear the director in my boss's office, literally down the hallway, and I hear him freaking out. Like, I don't know what we're going to do. And so I'm hearing the conversation. And so I walk down to the office. I knock on my boss's door. I said, Mark, I said, you know my background, radio. I said, I'm more than capable to hop in and help you guys out tonight to host. Like, I know what it entails. I know what needs to be done. And so Mark looked at the director. He's like, I really don't think you have a choice. You better put him in. And so I guest hosted that night, if you will, and absolutely loved it. Because again, working for the team, being a fan of the team, and now you're going to ask me to be the biggest cheerleader of the team for all the fans. Like, I'm a fan myself, and now I get to be the fan of all fans. And so it resonated with the fans that night. Like, this guy's having fun. He's one of us. Like, this is so cool. And so it worked well. And so that was great for them to know, God forbid we ever needed a fill-in, we have somebody who's more than capable within our own office, within our own walls. And so 2009, actually 2007, here comes the next season. The dude Todd leaves the market, gets a job outside the market, and Jenny Dean ends up getting a job on Bay News 9. So I kind of slid into the role.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing it really ever since. The only time I did not host for the Lightning was when, before Mr. Vinnick bought the team, the Lightning had some pretty not great ownership.
Right.
Oren Kulez and Len Berry. And at the time, we thought it was a good move for us as the guys that were doing these really hip, outside the box marketing things. Oren Kulez is the guy that created the 2.5 Men series, the Saw movie series.
Oh, gross.
So he was the guy, and we're like, the Hollywood guy's coming in, and he's going to see all the flashy, cool things that we're doing with the Lightning. This is going to be good. And it turned out to be bad. And so they didn't own the team very long, but they fired everybody, including myself.
Yeah.
And so we all got blown out, and that was at the end of like the 2009 season. I ended up getting a job for the sports radio station here in Tampa as the promotions director, which at the time was the home of the Lightning. So it was kind of like I'm still attached because I'm working for the promotional station. So it was kind of like I was attached, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
And so Mr. Bennett comes in, buys the team, and the fans in their surveys, the season ticket member surveys that they give at the end of each season, kept asking, where's Greg Wolf? What happened to Greg Wolf? And so Todd Lightwicki, who was the CEO at the time, Steve Griggs, Vinnick hired these guys. And the first thing they said when they got here was, we want to see what the fans are saying. And they did a huge deep dive into the feedback. And they said, who's Greg Wolf? His name keeps coming up. And so they said, well, he actually works for our broadcast partner in promotions and all that. And so they asked me to come back. And I was like, I never wanted to leave in the first place, but to get them to ask you to come back was mind blowing. And so the rest is really history. So
incredible story.
It's pretty crazy how I got to that point. And like you said, it's been 16 seasons now. I'll be heading into my 17th season. It's crazy to think that we're almost in 2024. Like we're in the middle of 23 already. Like I said, it's already May. It's just crazy how
the year's flying by.
But ever since that Vinnick purchase of the team, it's been an epic.
So how is this season? How would you sum up this season? Because the first round exit 4-2 against the Maple Leafs, we let them break their curse. How disappointing was that for you to face? Not only is the Lightning season over, but now my job, now I have other avenues that I have to visit because this is done.
It was disappointing, no question, right? The reality of the situation is losing Eric Chernak proved to be a huge, disappointment in the hole in our defense, right? Like we didn't have Braden Point last year. We had so many injuries that you find out, of course, at the end of the season. And we found out again this season how many of these guys were banged up or had some issues. But Chernak, I think, proved to be the difference. So disappointing, yes. Did we outplay Toronto games after game 2? Let's not talk about game 2. Game 1 destroyed them. Game 2, that one doesn't count. Moving 3 through 6, we outplayed them, right?
Yeah.
And just the unfortunate thing about hockey is sometimes the puck just does not bounce your way, right? Yeah. There's bad bounces, there's good bounces. Vazzy even said it himself. He did not feel like himself. His mind and his body were not in the same sync. So guys, the Lightning have played more hockey than any other team in the National Hockey League. It is a fact. Over the last 4 years, we played 4 years of hockey in 3 seasons. And to do that is, what do you expect? Your human body can only take so much. This extra month off that we haven't had in 5 seasons is going to do us a lot of good heading into next season. We need the rest. And that's really just a simple thing of it.
Yeah, so we're expecting a lot of off-season moves for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They already signed Mikey Eyssimont to a 2-year deal. We're going to see what happens with Tanner Jeannot. And there's a lot of moving pieces. Free agency is always something that we never want to talk about. When we spoke to John Cooper during the media availability earlier this week, he literally said, plain and simple, I'm not talking about any individual free agent right now. We're not even going down that avenue. But Alex Killorn is on the line, and that would make a huge difference. He is the longest tenure Lightning that we've had. So I just want to say thank you, Greg, so much for joining me on the show, giving me all your great insight, letting us know your story.
Thank you.
You're also doing work with the USF Bulls as well. You've been doing that since 2009. So congratulations to all your success. I've been looking up to you, and I've been following your journey ever since you came into Mr. Wayne Garcia's class and gave us your whole Professor Garcia. Yes, I really appreciate your story and everything that you've done to get to this point. And I hope to fill in as the in-arena game host someday. Whenever you decide to retire, please give me a call. Let me know. Thank you so much, Greg. Well, thank you so much for joining me on the Moment of Truth. When we come back, we got some NBA playoff conversation, and then we're going to end the show talking with a professional boxer that has a fight coming up on May 12th. Don't touch that dial right here on the Moment of Truth.
Good job, guys.
That was awesome.
Hey, thank you so much, Greg. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Nervous?
Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, nice meeting you, Greg.
Oh, okay. Respect that.
You're listening to The Moment of Truth with Ruth on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone is the official Tampa Bay Lightning radio station. Go Bolts. From 102.5 The Bone.
Cinco de Mayo deserves more than just a day, so next weekend, May 13th and 14th, come to one of Tampa Bay's largest taco and tequila festivals on the beautiful waterfront, downtown St. Pete, Vinoy Park. Enjoy authentic tacos, premium margaritas, and 2 full days of live music from some of the Bay Area's best local artists. The St. Pete Tacos and Tequila Festival will feature over 25 taco vendors, great margaritas, cocktails, cold beer, and 4 great live bands each day. Go to stpetetacos.com for advanced tickets. That's stpetetacos.com and finish your fiesta right.
Skip the hassle and sell your home fast with a guaranteed offer for
that was awesome.
Great.
I had to walk him out. Yeah. Greg is the man. You guys get ready for social media shout outs for this portion of the show.
I've got a couple of people.
You got a couple of people?
Yep.
All right, let's give them some shout outs. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the Moment of Truth with your girl Ruth. Hi, Peter Blake. Miss you, buddy.
There you go. You can shout him out too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we got Gary, the Florida man, 1976.
We got 2.5 minutes.
Okay. Sorry if this light, it keeps, I don't know what's going on.
It's going to be
thing.
a short 9 minutes.
Okay,
so,
cool. That's no worries.
And then we'll give him 18.
Okay.
Find out what your guaranteed offer would be today. There's no obligation.
Oh, this is fun. I love doing this.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Greg is awesome.
Yeah. No, but you are awesome. You need to give yourself credit. I mean, you can pull a good show.
I'm doing my thing.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. I'm having fun.
At Riverside Recovery of Tampa, schedule a free consultation or learn more about Riverside Recovery of Tampa specialized inpatient.
Guys, do me a favor. Go look up that song "Devil Defeated" by MTM Isaiah. I've had it on repeat for a week. So good.
I've noticed on your Instagram.
I can't stop.
MTM.
I can't stop with it. It's so good.
It's so good.
So good.
Well, because it's good music. It's good.
Yeah, wholesome music, godly music. People have this persona that Christian music is boring and all like hymns. No, no, we're in 2023. I'm telling you, there's a lot of hip hop, rap, all that. It's insane. They even got like country music now.
Yeah.
So look it up.
Do you want us to go to Clay or Curry first?
We'll do Clay first, and then I'll talk Curry.
Okay,
and then you'll play Curry's bit, and then we're gonna talk social media.
So you want to go in, or do you want to go straight into the Curry bit, straight up to you, like what you usually do?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. I know what I've got. All right, cool.
I don't know what I would do without Isaiah, guys. Oh, Greg Wolf, thank you so much for joining me live in the studio. You were awesome, my friend. Keep doing your thing.
We got 1 minute one.
All right.
So yeah, it's going to be a quick.
diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them.
Oh, and we should ask them, about the truth after dark.
Truth
Or
after
the
dark.
after, whatever you want to say.
The truth after dark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I would love to see your podcast plays. Like, I'm all pumped up.
It's so cute, my little office.
And Zeus. I want to see Zeus.
Oh, you're gonna love
Oh,
Zeus.
I
I
can't
just
wait.
gave him a bath last night, so he
Aw.
smells like papayas.
Papaya.
Yeah, I have papaya shampoo for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My,
I have like an obsession with papayas.
hey, they're delicious.
They're delicious and they smell good.
Yeah, when I had a dog, we always had like peppermint. Well, mint. It smelled like Christmas.
Aw.
I was like, I love it. You ready? We got 10
Ready.
seconds.
10 seconds and we're live, people.
Let's do it.
Go to the 102, the app, if you guys want to listen to it. I know the devil defeated.
Now back to the moment of truth with Ruth on 102.5.
Jonathan is out there. I forgot. I got time to open the door.
Yeah.
Sorry, I almost forgot you were over there. You got about 10 minutes before you're on.
So you said curry first, right?
Yeah, we'll do curry
Okay.
first. Jonathan's here. He doesn't need headphones, right?
Huh?
He doesn't need headphones, right? Not necessarily. Because I think Greg had brought his own. He's on my feet. I'm on top of him. Enemies watching. Like, I'm tired of him. Pop out. King, enough of the clout. You don't want to be in hell. There's no way out.
Playoff series, especially because of how drastically different we play.
10 seconds.
So, yeah, we'll respond. We got a lot of confidence in our ability to do that.
3.
That's why he played again.
All right, guys. We just posted Isaiah and I's graduation pictures from 8th and 6th grade. Please give us your opinion on those photos, and I'm going to be giving some social media shout-outs shortly. Isaiah, how old were you when you got that picture taken?
I was in 8th grade, and I
8th
know you were like,
grade.
why is it black and white?
Yeah, I was like, you're not that old.
Yes.
You're not that
Our
old.
yearbook is only
Yearbook
black
with
and
no
white.
colors?
That's how it used to be.
No way.
Yeah.
What year did you graduate?
2002.
High school?
No.
Yeah, high school. That's what I
8th
mean.
grade. My high school was 2006.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing like the early 2000s is when they decided to change the colors.
Yeah, usually I think it was like 08 is when we began to get into the color photos.
Right.
But talking about social shout outs, I got 2 of them.
All right,
I've
give us
got,
your social shout outs.
Yes, 1 for Cody Joyner and 2 Austin Daniels. Thank you so much for watching.
I
And
also got a couple. I have Gary Panks on Instagram, Florida Man 1967 or 1976. I'm so sorry about that. He gave us some compliments on our photos, as well as Andrew on social media, who has also given us he's Tampa Bay Andrew is him on Instagram. Thank you so much
There
for
we
the
go.
shout out and the great comments about our photos. If you guys want to go see the photos we're talking about, I posted them on my IG story. Give me a follow. I will give you a follow back at Root the Truth with the number 1 at the end. Isaiah is IZ2006. We have some awesome things to share with you guys on social media. But in the beginning of this segment, you guys heard the voice of Steph Curry after last night's loss in Game 3 in LA. Disappointing. They got punked. 30-point loss, 127-97. I would say the Los Angeles Lakers really started to run away with the score halfway through the second quarter. In the third period, coming after halftime, they scored like 18 points in the whole third quarter. So really disappointing performance by the reigning NBA champs and the Golden State Warriors. Do you think they're going to make a bounce back on Monday night's game? Klay Thompson has some things to say about his performance last night.
Monday, so great
Truth Media.
You
need to talk about Truth Media.
Truth Media, okay.
Yes.
we are a very tough team, and we got
All right, 10 seconds.
unfortunately on the boards, on the glass.
Hot mic.
Yeah, they got to come back better. The Los Angeles Lakers are up 2-1 in this series, and they have one more home game on Game 4 Monday night before they head back to California. So this is their chance this coming Monday night. And make sure, if you guys are on social media, if you guys are on Instagram, Facebook, find me on The Moment of Truth. On Instagram, it's Root the Truth, and I will give you guys a follow back. I am opening my own business for my media company. It's going to be called Truth Media. That will be launching later on this week. So much good things happening this summer. I'm excited.
Including a website?
Yeah, the website is getting put together as well. Just had my photo shoot not too long ago to have some professional looking pictures on there with me in jerseys and playing sports and me just getting active.
That sounds great. And then on top of that, you have maybe a new podcast coming out.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how the podcast works out because I've been doing podcasts since 2020. So we're gonna see how deep we can get into that avenue. But Isaiah and I are thinking about doing a Truth After Dark show. And we're going to be we're thinking of going live at least once a week to give you guys more of us, more of our personality that we can't share on the phone. Yes. We're going to get a little dive in deeper. So we're going to see how that works out.
It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Isaiah, you've become one of my really good friends. I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's talk some NBA playoffs. We also have the Knicks and the Heat. Have you guys been watching that series? Because it's been a lot of back and forth. Now, Jimmy Butler has been hobbled in Game 2, and we saw him in Game 3 act like there was nothing wrong. We had a score of 105-86, them winning in Miami. Things were really, really heating up between some of these players. There was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of kind of almost fights breaking out on the court as well. So things are really heating up with that Miami series. Julius Randle did not have a good game last night, and there were some points of the game where he probably should have been benched at one point, only scoring 10 points, playing 38 minutes. Definitely not like him. We had some impressive performances from Jalen Brunson, who's been dealing with a right ankle sprain as well. I mean, this is a point of the playoffs where everybody's injured. I mean, it's expected in the NBA. You can't always be healthy. You have to work with what you got. So we're hoping to see, I would like to see the Knicks tie up this series so we could take it to a Game 7 because I have Heat winning in 7. But Jimmy Butler scoring 28 points, Kevin Love only having 4 points, but doing a lot defensively, playing 29 minutes. Bam Adebayo with 17, playing almost 36 minutes as well. Max Strus has been one of my favorite players for the Miami Heat as well. He's been impressing me a lot. He came off the bench for Tyler Hero, who's still dealing with that. Believe it's his right hand that is in a brace right now that he broke early in the playoffs. So we're going to keep our eyes on that series as it continues to build up. Now, tomorrow's slate of games is going to be interesting. So tomorrow's games, we got the Boston Celtics and the 76ers, who just announced that Joel Embiid is the league MVP. Congratulations, Joel Embiid. That's something that he's been working towards for a long time. Got really emotional during their presentation of the MVP trophy. He had his son join him on the court, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful moment. But right now they're heading into Game 4 today at 3:30 Eastern time. It's going to be Game 4, and the Boston Celtics are leading that series 2-1. Switching gears here, let's talk about the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns that are going to be playing tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Denver Nuggets are leading that series 2-1. The Phoenix Suns were able to get a win the other night. Kevin Durant had an absolutely phenomenal game. Devin Booker almost scoring 50 again. Really putting the team on his shoulders. I would love to see that series go to at least a Game 7, and I have the Phoenix Suns able to pull that out because Kevin Durant is on his way to another Western Conference Finals. Well, that's going to be it for our NBA conversation. And when we come back, we got Jonathan Cortez, a professional boxer from Orlando who has an upcoming fight coming on May 12th. He is live in the studio to talk about his moment of truth. Don't touch that dial. I know the devil be mad.
Do we have him doing we could do the 2 truths and a lie?
Okay, we can do that. All right, Jonathan.
Yeah.
This is going to be on the fly, but I'm going to give you a piece of paper.
I got it.
Oh, you got it? All right, we're gonna play 2 truths and a lie. Okay, so you're gonna write down 2 things that is true about you and 1 thing that is a lie, and then we gotta pick out which one is the lie. So 2 truths, 1 lie, but don't tell us what they are. We have to guess.
It can be anything.
Anything about you.
Any lie, but you have to do 2 truths about you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you have to make 3 sets of questions.
Or as many as you can, because you got 5 minutes before you get on.
That was perfect. We got 18 minutes. We did it.
Yeah,
right
18
on
minutes.
Time.
People are getting a hoot out of these pictures.
What are they saying?
They were just like, you look the same. I'm like, what, was I supposed to change?
No.
I just got older.
You do look very similar. Now, me, I don't have hair anymore.
And then Andrew's like, oh my, such a bookworm. Look at you. And by books, I mean sports. That's funny.
See, that's why I'm doing that, so that we could be more interactive with our people.
Yeah.
See? They're doing it.
We're doing it, Well.
But that's what I want to see. I want to see more interactive with our peeps.
Yes. Show the people love.
Yep. That's why I'm like, why not? Let's show a goofy photo of us.
And I got a couple more.
Oh,
so we could do like one a week. I had a couple adorable baby photos as well.
Aww.
Like I was a really cute baby, but I got real awkward when I was in that stage of like 4 to 8. No, you can ask my sisters. 4 to 8, I was just an awkward looking person, like a little child. Like it was just real awkward.
I'll see, when I see it, I'll believe it.
All right, I'm gonna find these pictures and show. I'm
that,
gonna bring them to the
okay.
show next week for sure.
Oh, nice. Believe it or not, I have no kid pics of no baby photos of me because when I was born, I went into a foster care system.
Oh no!
Yep. So no little kid pics. The first one of me was like late of '89. So anything before that, nope. Nada.
Just we'll use our imagination.
Don't hesitate. You can now get same-day certification.
You did one?
I did 2 truths and 1 lie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Try doing another set.
Yep. Do another one.
Do another one. Yeah.
Presented by Lifeguard Imaging.
Because we got an 18-minute
because
segment.
this
so.
fits into the truth
Yeah.
show.
So another set of
2 truths and 1 lie. And you're gonna read them out to us, and we got to pick out which one is the lie.
Yes. And we'll do that in the last 5 minutes.
The last 5 minutes of the show.
What I'd like people to understand about our company is what's unique about us.
You know what? I'm gonna do some Harvey Beautiful coming in.
Why?
Okay.
Double defeated.
Because
it's such a good
I finished
song.
the song.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
We ran through the whole thing?
You want me to do it again?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh
You.
my.
Oh, maybe you could talk about at the end of the show, maybe the special edition show.
Yes, yes. Let me know when we got 2 minutes left, and I'm gonna
Okay.
jump to that.
Okay, perfect. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, I just talked to one of our female preachers at the church that
Uh-huh.
she does like the youth group and stuff, the young adults group. And I spoke to her, and she was like, "Yes, let's do it."
Do it.
I'm like,
Invite 'em.
absolutely.
Look,
Bringing Jesus to the bone. Amen.
If you want, people or the preachers to come over too, they're more than welcome.
Yes. Thank you for being so supportive on that aspect. I really appreciate that.
Coming from a Christian background, yes.
I know.
I'm all about
We
it.
on the same page.
I know. Shot. I know. Some guys are like, no, that's bad. Blah, blah, blah. Well,
I've only, ever since I've been speaking of God and Jesus, like on my social media platforms, I've only lost 3 followers. So I'm
Only
like, that's
3?
all I've noticed.
Amazing.
So I'm like, cool. So people are on board. I like
Great.
this.
We got 1 minute.
I know the devil defeated.
1 minute, then 18 minutes. See, I'm getting you back on track. I'm liking it.
Back on track.
I said 18, 9, 18, and that's what we've done.
Okay. All right, we got a pro boxer in the building, baby.
We
All
got
right.
45.
Mics are about to be hot.
I
know the devil defeated.
Plus, receive a bonus American collector's pack valued at over
Hey, Drew.
free with every order. Call 1-800-859.
Hello from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania.
See, there you go. International loving.
That's where I'm from.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I was born in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. No one's ever heard of it. It's
I'll
really
be in
small.
Pennsylvania in 2 weeks. So.
Why are you going up there?
QVC.
Oh, okay.
They need me up there. All right, 10 seconds.
Mics are getting hot. Make sure that you speak really close to the mic.
Yep. Look like you're making out with it.
No.
Well, that's pretty much as good as I could talk about. All right, here we go.
Jesus, you the reason that I'm breathing. Jesus, I know you with me and you never leave it. Jesus, I know the devil defeated. Jesus.
Welcome back to the Moment of Truth. We are on our last leg of the show. I forgot to mention that. It's Third Leg Greg is his nickname. And the story behind it is pretty awesome. It has to do with the radio.
Oh,
yeah. So apparently he was sent by the radio station for the groundbreaking ceremony for the Raymond James Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And he got there after everybody had left. And he had to jump a fence to get to where the actual groundbreaking was. And security pulled up and he got scared and freaked out while he was on the phone live on the radio. So he starts booking it, running. And they said that he ran so fast that it seemed like he had a third leg. So Third Leg Greg was how he got that nickname. Shout out to Greg Wolf. Thank you again so much for joining me on the Moment of Truth. But I got another special guest to end the show with me today. I'm really excited to have Jonathan J. Cortez live here in 102.5 The Bone Studio. Jonathan, say hello to the audience.
What's going on, St. Pete? How you guys doing? It's your boy Jonathan Cortez. I'm here tuning in. I'm excited to express myself and share my testimony.
Yes, so really excited to have you here today. Let's talk about your journey in professional boxing. I want to know, when did you get your start and when did you know that you wanted to go into this field? Because I mean, to be a boxer, you got to have grit, you got to have passion, you got to love the fight, and I mean, you got to be able to take a punch. So what age were you when you knew, and how did that start?
So I was in a charter school maybe back in 2006, and we had a family night, and we decided to watch a Rocky movie, and I'd never seen the Rocky movie. I mean, I've never even heard of Rocky at all, so it was the first experience of watching it. That movie, after like watching the fight, after the guy Rocky, who actually fought the world champion Apollo Creed, he didn't win the fight, but he knew he won the fight through the crowd. Mm-hmm. So that's like that was the first movie. So I right there and then it motivated me to actually want to take the sport as a dream. So I went to my first boxing gym back in 2008, maybe 2 years after watching my first Rocky movie, and my mom she never wanted me to do boxing because I'm asthmatic. So I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, that could be a big deal. Yeah, for sure.
Big deal. So so I started doing boxing in people's backyards, just fighting anybody, because, she didn't allow me to go to the boxing gym. So after, winning some type of fight, some few fights in the backyards, she actually allowed me to actually try it out, so got excited. I went to my first boxing gym. It was right off of Forsyth in Orlando. The gym was called Peachy's Boxing Gym. So me arriving there, I decided to want to actually do my first amateur fight.
Okay.
So I trained maybe for a couple months for that fight. Unfortunately, I lost. So I got discouraged. I didn't want to do boxing no more because I didn't know how to accept the loss in boxing world. Because the whole idea was to win.
Yeah.
To win the first match and keep on going. So took a couple years off and actually decided to want to get back into it. So I met this one trainer. His name was Felix Colon. I actually met him in an LA Fitness, and we clicked right there and then. The guy was maybe about 50 years old school boxer. He actually grew up in New York, Brooklyn, Brownsville, and we clicked because I'm from up north as well too. So I believe us people who are from up north, we kind of have like that connection.
Oh, for sure. I'm from Pennsylvania originally.
So we clicked. I didn't have a gym to go to. He didn't have no gym to go to, but we were training out of LA Fitness inside the aerobics room. So he promised me one day he was going to open the gym, and I barely even knew the guy, so I kind of didn't believe him. So a couple months training with him, he decided to actually take a loan out and open up a gym.
Wow.
And once he was able to do that, I started believing in him. I'm like, damn, this guy is actually he's
about it.
He's about it.
Yeah.
He's about it. At the time, I was a dishwasher. Like I'm working a 9-to-5 job, probably making $7 an hour. For those who don't know, dishwashing jobs, you're the first one in and you're the last one out.
Yep.
And
it's a tough job. I worked in the restaurant industry for 7 years.
And
so much respect.
Yeah. So once he opened the gym, I decided to quit my job. I was like, you know what? We got a gym together.
He slammed those dishes down and he's like, I'm done. I'm going to go be a boxer.
Yeah. So I decided to actually want to pursue my amateur career. So me and him, we started working together at the gym. We started training people. It was fun because we had our own spot. We had our own place. We ran it how we wanted it.
Yeah. So you guys went into this as like a partnership.
As a partnership.
Okay.
Yes.
So were you just coaching? Were you being like the trainer there?
So I was the amateur fighter, the prize fighter.
Okay.
So I was getting trained, and in the side job, I was actually training people.
Okay.
So it kept me away from working a 9-to-5 job. So it kept me in the gym, kept me being there all day. So like I started loving the sport again.
Yeah, because you're surrounded by it 24/7. Yeah.
So a few months into the business, he dies.
Oh, so sorry.
He caught a stroke. He dies, and it left me in a position where either I continued the business or I just closed down the doors and go back to working a 9-to-5.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to actually want to keep my dream alive, and I pursued it. I kept on running the gym. It was something in me telling me I got to keep this gym open.
Yeah.
So
that was God talking to you right there.
That was God talking to me right there. And so what I did was I was running the business. I actually have a twin brother. He's an identical twin.
You have a twin?
Identical twin brother.
That's awesome.
And he's into the fitness as well. So I was like, hey,
does he have blonde hair too?
No.
If you guys go to our live stream on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, you can see Jay Cortez and his fiery blonde. It's almost platinum.
It's
platinum. It's platinum blonde. Looks great.
It's the way I wanted it.
Yeah.
So I actually brought him in. I was like, yo, Chris, I'm gonna need you for this because I need someone to help me run these classes because I want to still pursue my dream as a fighter, running a gym and training people and training yourself, and it was just overwhelming at one point. So I brought him in. He was able to help me out, take some leverage off of my back.
Yeah.
And
that's what family's for, right?
Yeah, that's what family's for at the end of the day. Family's everything.
Yeah.
So I started winning all my national fights. Like it was just a momentum. It was just something that it was just like, wow, like the dream is here. Like I'm living the dream. So I did about maybe 19 amateur fights. I actually won some national fights. Lost a few, but I won majority of mine. I actually went 19 and 2 in the amateur in the amateur record. Maybe 2 years after the gym was being ran, we decided to close the gym just because we had our own goals that we wanted to accomplish.
Yeah.
The gym was great, but we just decided to like take some of that burden off of us because we were pretty young. We were probably like maybe 22 at the time. So, we didn't know too much of knowing how to run a business. So we decided to close the gym. So when the gym was closed down, I had so many people contacting me that they missed our trainings. So what I decided to do was to start training people on the side. Instead of me going back to a regular 9-to-5 job, I started becoming a personal trainer. So I started training people at their homes, at the gyms, local gyms. So doing that kept me from working a 12-hour shift or a 10-hour shift, because I told myself, listen, if I pursue this dream, I can't do any wear and tear on my body. I can't really go back into a life where I was miserable.
Right.
So I decided to actually want to start training people and make a living off of that. So I'm doing what I love. I'm living the dream. I'm impacting people's lives by boxing and through boxing. So not too long ago, about a year ago, I actually made my pro debut in Orlando. It was a great moment just because I'm 29 years old. For those who don't know, 29, being 29 as a professional, that's a little bit too old as a boxer. But I believe in myself. I know I'm capable of doing so much great things with this sport. So I actually made my pro debut last year in June 4th. I'm actually going for my third professional fight May 12th at the Caribbean Royale in Orlando. Tickets are still available. I am actually looking for sponsorship for anyone who has a business or who has a business who would like me to represent it. I will be fighting on CBS Sports. Feel free to contact me. Follow the journey. I'm just a young man who came from nothing and who is trying to actually make a living off of doing what I'd love to do, and that's boxing.
What an inspiring story that even when difficulties came your way, you stuck to your path, you stuck to your dream, and you continued it going on. That is a great story, Jonathan. I'm really appreciative for you to drive all the way out here from Orlando to speak to me about your journey. Now, where can people go to contact you? Can you give them your Instagram, your email address? These businesses, you're going to be fighting on CBS Sports. So that's a big platform for these businesses to get promotion and get their names out there. How can they contact you?
Yeah, so you could contact me through Instagram. Is JHAY.CORTES, J Cortez. You can contact me through my Gmail is at orlandoboxingtrainer@gmail.com.
Awesome. Now, so when I first heard about you, your friend Carl was, talking about how amazing you are as a fighter. And he says that you fight like Manny Pacquiao. Now, what would you say to that? And what boxer would you say that your style emulates?
I would say is more of like a Miguel Cotto Pacquiao style. I'm a southpaw. I'm more of a punisher. Like I like to punish. I like to hit you. I actually like to get hit sometimes just because it motivates me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say I'm a mix of a Miguel Cotto Pacquiao / pretty much. I'm more of a boxer puncher.
And you kind of look like Manny Pacquiao, which was something interesting when Carl said that. Yeah, you kind of look like a little bit of the similar facial features. Well, good luck on your fight May 12th at the Caribbean Royale. Okay, on May 12th, what time is your fight going to be at? Are you the main card?
So I'm going to be the beginning. So most likely it'll be at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, May 12th. In Orlando at the Caribbean Royale. Make sure to follow this guy's journey as he continues. This is going to be your third professional fight.
Yes.
Awesome. Now we're going to transition into a fun game that we like to play called Two Truths and a Lie. And I had Jonathan take the time to put his two truths and a lie. So he's going to read out all three, and then Isaiah and I are going to choose which one is the lie, and we got a scoreboard here to see who wins at the end of this. Jonathan, go ahead, take it away.
All right, the truth.
Wait, no.
Don't say that.
Don't tell us.
Just
we
give
have
us a
to.
statement.
Yeah, we have to guess.
All right.
We have to
Ooh, I
guess.
got
Let's
you.
start from the bottom now.
All right.
Go randomly so we don't know.
I enjoy Snickers before I fight.
Okay, what's the next one?
The other ones?
I like hitting people.
And the last statement.
UFC is better than boxing.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna
That's a tricky
say
one.
the last one, that UFC is better than boxing.
I'm gonna say the Snickers.
No, I mean okay. Which one is the lie?
The lie is UFC is better than boxing.
I got
there you
it.
go.
Ding ding ding. One for Ruth. All right, give us your other set of 2 truths and a lie. Just don't tell us which one's the truth or the lie.
All right.
What is it?
I enjoy. Well,
Don't tell us which one it is.
Yeah,
Just
right.
read them all 3.
Yes.
I like to watch The Office before a fight.
It's such a good show.
It is.
I love teaching people boxing,
Okay.
and I don't do this for fun.
I think it's I don't do it for fun.
I'm gonna say The Office before you go into a fight, because I mean, when you're as a boxer, you want to get into that mindset where it's like you want to destroy somebody, and The Office is just kind of it
It's a
would lighten
goofy
you up
show.
too much, you
Yeah.
know. So I'm gonna go with The Office.
What is it?
The Office.
There you go.
Well,
Hey,
Jonathan, go ahead,
This
Isaiah.
is your first time you actually won.
I know.
Woo!
First time.
Yeah,
First time caller.
because
first
we
time
kept
caller.
on time.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, Jonathan, thank you so much for taking the time to come out here and represent yourself, your professional career. And you have a fight coming up on May 12th. Make sure to follow him on social media at JHAY.CORTES on Instagram, so you could follow his journey as the next biggest professional fighter coming out of Orlando. So to wrap up this show, I got to let you guys know I got a special show cooking up for you guys. It's going to be the last Sunday of this month. I have invited some members of my church at Radiant Church. We're going to be doing a faith special on the end of the month. We're going to be talking about our testimonies, our journey with our walk with the Lord, and it's going to be a great time. I got 2 females that are going to be joining me that are the worship leader and one of the preachers from my church that's going to be joining me live in the studio. I'm so excited. Never afraid to talk about my faith. I appreciate everybody that's reached out to me, that have sent me personal DMs about their journeys, their struggles, them wanting to know more. I appreciate all you guys with that. And I'm never going to stop.
And it's going to be out for everyone to listen. So,
yes.
there you go.
It's going to be
and proud.
live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, as well as 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on this Sunday's episode of The Moment of Truth. I'll see you guys next week. Okay.
Now, I think this is worse than a fight.
Hey, you did great, man.
I could fight.